The first panelist that I would like to ask to address us is Father Michael Lapsley, a friend of the Restitution Foundation of many, many years and director of the Institute for the Healing of Memories. Father Michael Lapsley.
I didn't get to Dion quickly enough to say, could I be the last speaker? Nevertheless, as the Institute for Healing of Memories, we're very delighted to be part of this partnership. And in a way, I'd like a kind of week to reflect on what the Chief Justice has said and then respond. But I want to just pick up a couple of disparate points. One is he referred quite early on to guilt and suggested that, you know, we didn't want people to be guilty. See, my own view is that guilt has a bad name. And I think actually guilt has its place. And also, I don't think there's anything wrong if I'm white, and I happen to be white, and I'm able to say that well, firstly, my hands come off, and then the microphone collapses. What next? Let me hold it. Thank you very much. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that I feel guilty about what I did or what was done in my name or on my behalf. And Willem is punishing me by not producing the book in my heavenly language and not in his heavenly language. But I'm sure one of the things he struggled with. And what's my friend's name here on the board of the Restitution Foundation? So his name is also Mike, and we were students together in Durban in the 1970s. So Mike comes to speak to me, not having met for about 40 years, and what does he start talking about? Guilt, and how he has dealt with it throughout his life. Now, when I was a student in Durban in the early 70s, the way we dealt with white guilt was to drink this horrible red wine, Tassenberg. And all it did was give us babalas. And some of us said we needed to get beyond that, our guilt. And for some of us that meant joining the liberation struggle. So what I'm suggesting to you is that there are healthy and unhealthy ways of responding to guilt. And I think working for justice for everybody is a healthy response to guilt. There was a sub-theme running through much of what the Chief Justice said, and that was about pain. The pain of our country, the pain of our people. And none of us are exempt from that pain. Personally, I almost jumped out of my seat when I listened to President Ramaphosa speaking at Mama Winnie's funeral. And he talked about us being a hurting nation, wounded by our past, numbed by our present, uncertain about our future. And he also mused in front of all of us about to what degree our woundedness was part of what we needed to look at to understand why we are such a violent nation. And poverty is not a sufficient explanation, because there are many countries in Africa that are much poorer than we are, who are not violent in the way we are. So, yes to restitution, but one of my things I've said on and on is that we need also, as South Africans, a new language to speak about our pain. And I think the President gave us an encouragement to do that and have that conversation. The other, and I like the way he did that, and also the way both the Archbishop and the Chief Justice, he's just said, I've got 20 minutes left. There's a card that's just gone up. Now he's throwing me my 2 minutes. I shouldn't wait. What was the point I was making? Oh, yes. Both the Archbishop and said, we're Christians, but we live in an interfaith context. So I want to speak also one element from my Christian background, that I've always been fascinated that in the stories of healing in the New Testament, that the response of people who have been healed so often is to follow Jesus on the way. In other words, to become disciples, in other words, to become engaged in building God's kingdom here on earth. So what I'm suggesting to you is that healing and restitution always belong together. And so as a nation, we need to be traveling this journey of healing, even as we seek for justice. And we need to give ourselves permission to look and to introspect, as the Chief Justice has encouraged us to do, to look deeply in ourselves and be able to face our own woundedness. Because it is, in fact, where we share our common woundedness, we will find our common humanity. Thank you very much.